Welcome back. We're here in sunny San Diego. I'm here with Clint Nunn from Second to Nunn Life Insurance. We're able to help him with some of his content, his funnels, his websites, all that good stuff, his marketing. Clint has hit consistently 150K months in online insurance sales, and I wanted to sit him down for an interview so that he can tell you exactly how he's doing it and what he's looking to accomplish in 2026 and going forward. Clint, my guy.
What's up?
Tell me a little bit about
you.
yourself and how'd you get into insurance sales?
All right, so how I got into insurance sales was I was talking to my financial planner, trying to figure out how to do. When I was getting out of the Navy, I used to be a Navy structure mechanic. I was trying to figure out where I wanted to go and what I want to do. I was certified to work planes on the outside, but I was like, I got a little time to play. Let me see about planning and see if this would work for me. If I can make money and help people, why not? So I looked into it. My dude told me to get qualified to do taxes and get qualified to do life insurance, and he'll teach me how to plan. Ended up getting certified. He's going to take me on as an intern. Then he's going to take me on as an intern, and then I got that. When I got certified, he ended up offering me a salary and a small commission to do taxes. Ended up working for him. Ended up learning how to scale his business, track his clientele, and work with them. I soon found out I was like, how am I going to get clientele? Because I was working his pipeline, getting his clients filtered through and uncovering like 401ks, RAs, stuff like that, and then you roll them into annuities. I'm like, I wasn't about to start a tax firm, and then in talking with my marriage counselor, believe it or not, she was like, oh, you do life insurance? So is my grandson. Check him out. So I looked him up, gave him a call. He didn't answer the phone, so then I ended up looking him up on social media, and the dude's posting like he did 15K a month. I'm like, no, there's no way. Started looking into the industry and found out that people are killing it at a high level. Like all different walks of life were crushing it, and they just pretty much worked a system that's already laid out for them.
Sure.
We buy leads, we reach out to clients, and we help them. Pretty simple system, and you can take this any direction you want to go. That's why I was like, all right, I can build it to as big as little as I want to make it, but I was like, sky's the limit here.
Yeah, no, that's kind of crazy, and I think one of the things that you said right there that is kind of different with your business is you had Navy experience, right? And you didn't come explicitly from a sales background. Zero experience, and you were able to kind of learn, hit the ground running, and then apply that to your own thing and start building out your own internal system to help you generate a significant amount of revenue.
Oh, it's crazy.
As a 1099, self-employed entrepreneur.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Like with the abundance of leads, I don't even think I would ever even looked at this opportunity.
Yeah.
I could never saw myself in a million years selling anything to anybody. Like I don't even consider myself a salesperson right now.
Right.
But with leads, it's not really selling. We're really taking orders and helping clients.
Now, when you're referring to leads, real quick, a regular person probably doesn't understand what that means. You're referring to leads as in you guys are marketing and getting leads for people interested in life insurance. They want life insurance coverage or something, and then now you have a continual stream of individuals that have already said, hey, I need life insurance, correct?
Yeah, for sure. So if you think about your social media, right? What's on your feed? Probably Clinton, right?
Yeah.
All the stuff you like, right? And so these guys, our clients, they see an ad for life insurance, they take it a step further. They put in their name, birthdays, beneficiaries' names, phone numbers, emails. And so then you can't tell me that person doesn't want life insurance. So then we reach out to them and try to connect the dots. And now it's a matter of can they afford it? What's their health like? And so we service that. But we're brokers too. In our company, we're a brokerage, so we get to really shop around for our clients and kind of figure out where do they fall in and kind of figure out what we could do to help them out.
Awesome.
So yeah.
And that makes perfect sense to me since I am in the lead gen business as well. But I think the important thing for like the audience here to understand, or the people that see this, is, your business model is you're currently in we'll say the season, if you will, to scale your business, and how you're doing that is recruiting new sales reps underneath you, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so kind of walk us through how many sales reps you have and kind of how how you obtain that. Like, what's the process for a person that's, hey, look, I'm tired at my 9-to-5 job. They made me feel like a dirt bag and should be grateful for a 2% increase, but inflation in the market in my area, my city was, high. And I'm kind of sort of capped at a salary of, 50 to 100K. Like, we're not moving past that ever in the next decade. Kind of walk us through a person that you could potentially help with your system here.
Yeah, so the kind of people we're looking for are people that are just grinders, man. They're completely relentless. They don't take rejection. They take rejection and brush it off. They don't care. Someone tells you to fuck off or whatever they tell you, right? Our goal is just to get to the next person, find out who we can help. These guys are very, very resourceful. People that I'm looking for are resourceful. They're looking to improve and taking feedback very well. Those are guys that are winning at a high level here. We've got a laid out system. You just got to follow it, and then we're going to be on Zooms with you just to kind of correct you guys to figure out how to get you dialed in better, because the system's laid out. The same system that I did over 500K in the last 3 years and 4 over the last 6 is the same system you guys are going to walk into. You guys just got to figure it out, jump in there and immerse yourself, eat, breathe, and sleep this stuff, and we can get you making money super fast, but it's completely up to you. Are you going to put in the work and do it?
Yeah. And understanding this is kind of what are the behavior sets. So people are going to see this, be like, well, I want to make money, but I want to sit out at the pool all day, every day, and just have it like drop in my lap. I understand that this is a little bit different. Kind of walk us through some of your successes. What does your high earners typically, how long does it take them to get to 10, 20, 30K months? And what are the behavior traits of those individuals? So what are the traits and individuals you're looking for? And what is the kind of the expected results? Now, these aren't promises. Like, you're not guaranteed to make these results because you have to be good at the thing. But what is kind of their top performers? What are they looking at?
They really show up every day. They show up dialed in, ready to work. They're not fumbling through stuff, trying to learn the script while we're in Zooms, because in our Zoom rooms, we've got dudes that are presenting, so you're either listening to dudes present or you're presenting yourself and getting adjustments in real time. While our agents are talking to clients, we can hear exactly, we can give feedback like that, just because it's so systematic that we can change a conversation that's going south to close it. Like, it's really that systematic that our other guys that are top performers will catch on. They'll key in on like pauses at the wrong time, asking the wrong questions, and we're all doing the exact same thing, beating to the same drum. It's so systematic. So those guys, they're taking feedback in real time, and one of the worst things I hate hearing is you'll give feedback to somebody like, oh, I did that, or this is why they came up with this. Like, no, you're not listening. It's like nuts, dude. Like,
are you coachable?
Yeah, are you coachable? Are you going to listen? Because that's going to take you to the next level. But if you think you've got it already made up, you'll see a lot of people like, oh yeah, we got to figure it out. No, this is why they said this. Like, no, that's not why they said that. Right. And it's nuts, dude, trying to coach people like that. So you got to be really coachable here and then apply it. And yeah, that's the people that are winning at a high level here.
Sure. A typical thing, behavioral trait that I see all day in the coaching space, doesn't really matter what you're coaching in, or basically anybody that you have a behavioral habit that you're trying to adjust, right? Is there'll be an excuse on why they couldn't do X, or the reasoning behind that. That doesn't matter. When you want to learn how to do something, you sit on the sidelines, the expert is telling you the things that you're doing, not because they don't want to see you suffer, not because their ego needs to correct you, is because they want to see you resolve the flaw so that you can get better results. So there's really nothing to say. The why behind the reason of you were making a mistake, none of that matters. The only thing that matters is, do you understand what they're saying, the correction, right? And then applying the tweak so that that is no longer a problem going forward, or that you could just get better at mastering solving that problem, which some of these are not easy. Like, there's certain things that I do, like if he said, hey, you cannot use your hands anymore when you talk, I'd have to sit on them. We're like, okay, no problem, Clint, I'll listen to you, because I know he's an expert in what he's doing. So I wouldn't argue, because, dude, you're where I want to be.
Yeah.
I want to be at the 50K, 500K months in insurance sales, but I'm starting at 0. So I have no input here. I'm a student at a vessel that should be filled with good traits. I should shelve all my negative stuff.
Yeah, for
So,
sure.
additionally, kind of, walk me through your sales team. So right now you're recruiting. I think we're aware of that, and you want more salespeople. How many salespeople do you currently have on your team?
Right now I got about 10 dudes.
10 dudes.
We're
on
pumping about 150K a month right now.
150K a month
On average.
Okay, and the average individual sales rep, what is kind of they bringing? What is their average monthly
Average
revenue?
overall is 15,000, but we got guys that are doing 30, guys that are doing 50.
Okay,
Yeah.
so guys that are new are probably part of that number, and they're probably ramping up to
10,
those
yeah.
20, 30K months. And then your more seasoned guys, they're clearly at 30, 40, 50K
Yeah,
months.
for sure.
Yeah. Now, just for reference, if you're bad at math or numbers, I'm a math person, the average income for a doctor in the United States is between 300 and 400K. It requires 11 years of education, residency, and also malpractice insurance. That's insane. Insurance reps, I think one of his winners that we haven't talked about yet, one of his killer students, Dennis, did 500K in sales his first year. So he's making a significant amount of money more than your average doctor that required 11 years of skill development before they could start their surgeries or start practicing, versus a sales rep here.
2-week course.
A 2-week course. His winners
2-week
finished
course.
the course in 2 days. 2 days
2
to
days
7.
To 2 weeks, yeah, max.
Max. Every one of his people that are highest performers knock out a course of that. So with a 2-week course, now it's all mastery of skill and volume. That's it.
That's it.
Mastery of skill and volume. Can you handle objections?
It's objections and a script. That's it. That's all we work with. Is objections and a script. If you can learn that, get on some leads and just rip them, and then you're going to fail your way to success. It's going to be hard. Like, you're going to make a lot of mistakes. You're going to leave a lot of money on the table, a lot of people unprotected. But if you can learn that you're going to be making mistakes and learn how to adjust it, that's where you're going to win. You see a lot of people quit way too early. They think they should be making like 30K months in no time and not put in like a quarter of the effort. Like, it don't happen here. Not at all. Yeah.
So if you applied the, an unparalleled work ethic, so I think where this ideally fits for most people, if you're a person that falls into the scenario of you have no problem working a solid, hard 8, 12, 15-hour day, if that's who you are, you have no problem working Monday through Friday or Saturday and Sundays, or from 6 to 6 p.m. or noon to 10 p.m. or whatever. It doesn't really matter. If you have high work ethic, but you are capped at the service industry, like you're Uber or working in a department store, or you just don't have this upper limit income level to reach, I think insurance sales and an MLM that he's currently operating in is a huge opportunity for you, because if you're sitting around all day long in Uber, right? And you're picking up people, taking them where they want to go, and you're struggling to crank $100 a day.
So this does mirror an MLM, but it's not, because I can make money by myself. I don't need anybody else. Previous year, before building and stuff like that, I used to pump out 500K a year, still do. You know what I mean? So you don't have to have anybody, but it's advantageous to build. The reason being is, say I bring in somebody at like, say you're at 100% commission level, and you bring on an agent that's at 80%. And that said agent makes 10,000 in sales. So you're going to take the difference. So that agent's going to make 80% of that 10,000. They'll make 8,000. You'll make 2,000. What if you get 10 killers on there that can do like 20,000? But even what if you got 10 people that did 10,000, and you're taking that spread? So that's the other aspect of building. You don't have to do it, but if you're already doing it, why not show other people how to do it and make a little bit of money there too?
Yeah.
So.
Before, MLM structures were demonized. Of course, that doesn't have the best taste in a lot of people's mental cycles. However, a modern term for an MLM structure is called an affiliate, right? So affiliate systems, or you're selling something under someone else, there's percentages go back to the primary person that's generating the leads or the brand or whatever. I think Mary Kay is, a prime example of something like that. So I think it's a great opportunity for someone that can work hard, is not as scared of picking up the phone, dialing all day, every day, learning how to get better at sales so that they can change their world. A lot of these guys, they have crazy hobbies, right? And they're spending a significant amount of time on travel or doing the things that they love with the opportunity of insurance sales. Of course, they have to master it, but once they master it, they're taking the trips to Alaska for fishing trips. Yeah. They're going to see their grandpapa, and they're doing all these crazy things, taking care of their mother. Yeah, he's going to Mexico for like 3-4 days.
To go fishing.
He travels more than he travels more as an individual than I travel, the peak of my travel obsessions.
But it did come over time though.
Yeah.
So when I first started this, I used to work like 7 days straight just because I wanted to master the skill. I'm not the smartest, not the fastest at all.
Yeah.
And that's when we used to go in home, dude.
Yeah.
So I used to work some crazy long hours, but knowing that I was getting better and developing these skills. Now,
Awesome.
Now I can crank out like 40, 50K months and probably like 4 days a week if I was just laser focused on selling. 4 days a week and it's a wrap, dude.
Yeah, that's crazy. So what I'm hearing basically, and this is, kind of to close it out a little bit, is Clint does 150K months on average for his business and his team. His top salespeople hit between 30 and 50. And the timeline in general for someone to ramp up and hit that 30K month is typically 30 to 60 days. So they knock out their course, and inside of that 30-day to 60-day mark, as long as they're answering calls all day long and sticking to the script and refining their sales objections as an individual, that can work until that they've mastered the skill. They typically hit those 30 to 50K run rates inside of 60 days.
Yeah,
it's about right.
60, I'd say probably realistically, probably like 60 to 120.
60 to 120, that's playing it safe.
Yeah.
That's like, if you're have sales experience, you have a great memory, and you can sit behind a phone call, 12 hours a day for 7 days a week, I think you'll accelerate that. Just like any obsession, if you wanted me to, figure out how to mow lawns and like develop that skill, it's just the art of mowing lawns. Because there's a little bit more to mowing a lawn and creating a golf course versus, what I do in my house. First, I don't have any grass, so it's easy for me to mow my lawn in Southern California. But if I wanted to master that skill and be an expert on grass and the fairways and golf courses, I think it'd take a little bit of effort. And I think that's the thing. So that's super cool, man. Thank you for sitting down and kind of discussing about what you do, how you do it, and who you help. And just kind of close out lastly is, we didn't really talk about this, but how do you think content creation and your general marketing strategy is going to help you in the future?
Oh, it's gonna be crazy. I'm already seeing examples of it already, because I prior to this year, actually, I stayed away from social media. I hated it. Back in the days when I used to use Facebook, I deleted it because I was like, it's a time suck for me. But it's a necessary evil just to get your brand out there, so people know who they're talking to. I've now started working on Instagram, and when I talk to a potential agent, I'll shoot them my Instagram handle, and they'll take a look at it and kind of get to know me a little bit more. And now, whereas before I talked to a potential agent, and then they may be kind of a little bit of a good fit, and they would just disappear. Now they're coming back and recircling with me like, hey, I've been watching your stuff. I'm interested and ready to go now. So I'm getting a lot of those people coming through. So it's a necessary evil for sure. And got to fall in love with it, because I used to hate it.
Look, here's the power of what social media is. As a business, you think, we focus on the things that result in the clicks, right? So it's like, I want 100 people a day to be filling out this application, and it's costing me this amount of money. I want to bring the cost down and rise the number of applicants. Something that's kind of hard to track is the non-quantifiable nature of your social media accounts, which is we're hitting 100,000 to multi-millions people every month. It's not necessarily resulting on a click day one, right? So then I'll say, hey, my marketing campaigns might not be working. However, revenue starts to widen, right? So there's this indirect nature to content, just like some of his people are coming through, which they're self-warming up. They're watching your content, building trust and rapport digitally, all on their own, which will start to result in a better quality of lead in the future coming in. They know exactly who he is, what he does, and what their potential costs are as an individual and what they could see out of it. So they're not cold traffic leads, they're not warm leads. Over time, the rate of hot leads that come through, that know exactly who you are, where you're from, are into the same shit you are, starts to widen. And you start to see this indirect growth over time. Every single entrepreneur or business or person with social media, when they do it right, we'll see an inflection where not a lot out of it, not a lot out of it, like your Facebook experience, and then all of a sudden it explodes, and there's this exponential uptick where effort in and cost in goes way down, but results and profit and revenue drives way up. And it's their exact opposites. You just have to ride it out long enough to get good at it, penetrate the market. And every single entrepreneur that I've ever worked with over the last 3 years, every one of them has had that inflection point. I'll be getting a call, is there something wrong? Is there something wrong? This is weird. Like, I've had 100 inquiries every hour for the last 20 hours in a row, and over the last 30 days, I've only ever had 100 inquiries. Like, what did you do? It's like, no. This is the system. The system clearly understands who you are. You're getting the traction, and now it's feeding on itself. And it's this giant loop of, holy cow. And I look forward to that day that the Second to None brand hits that, and Clint starts to drive, and he's calling me. Holy shit, bro. It's 10 leads an hour coming through, and we just signed up 5 salespeople because everybody has that day.
Yeah, it'll start happening for sure.
It's gonna happen because it's little seeds of that potential start, and you're like, oh, nailed it. And nah, dude, we're good, man. Wish I had $1 to give to someone that doesn't work. That could. And that's who I am, man. So I'm really proud to see Clint starting to like his content from where we started day one. He used the term, I hated it. I'm trying to get the man to fall in love with his content so he sees where it's going. I think the lights are finally on.
Yeah, for sure, they're on.
With the content. He sits down now, he's laughing, he's having a good time, he's filming, we're talking about bullshit. And all these things add up to helping him push his own message, man. So thank you for the opportunity to help your business.
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
I appreciate you sitting down with us and helping the world see an opportunity they might not have even known existed.
Oh, for sure, yeah. And necessary evil, man, get on it.
I send so many people his direction that I was like, just go check out his page. Not to sell them content, that are looking for something that I see them I was like, what do you do with your business? I'll ask them, like, oh, like I'm driving Uber. I'm like, what? Driving Uber? I was like, good for you, man. How many hours a week do you do it? I do it 60 hours a week. I was like, bro, go check out, you know, my guy, Klint Nunn. I go, it's all for real. I've met several of his students, his sales reps that are making, you know, crazy amount. I think it's crazy to be doing 30, 50K months, and they do. And,
it's the norm here.
Yeah. So I send them their way. If you're hungry and interested in that, follow the guy here. His information will be top line, and check him out. Check his references, check his system, and if it seems like something that you could take by the horns and excel with, definitely pull the trigger and change your life.
Awesome. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it,
man. Peace, guys. Till next time.
All right. That's good.
That's it.